Hey guys, it's SoundKiller and today I want to show you how to make some really cool chord stacks here in FL Studio. So I'm just going to start by writing a chord progression, the simple one. So yeah, this is a really simple chord progression. I'm going to start by loading up here the serum. I'm going to start by adding some voices here, something very simple. So yeah, a nice little chord sound. I'm just gonna add some compression as well. Now I'm gonna clone this. I'm gonna create a duplicate of this. But it's gonna be very distorted. And it's gonna be layered on top of this one without the low bass. Now I want to add a sub bass to this, so I'm just gonna take here a little saw shape, which is gonna be highly distorted. Now I'm gonna add one more plugin. I'm gonna add Citrus, which is an FL Studio plugin. Very good plugin. And I'm just gonna make a little bass sound very cool, I like. So I'm just gonna start by using filter 1, just putting the volume up on the first 3 operators. I'm gonna go to my filter section, change it to low pass, and put the filter all the way up so it doesn't have any effect. And then I'm gonna turn on the distortion. I'm gonna lower it 1 octave. I'm gonna set this one to noise. And I want this one to be a saw. And what is the magic sauce here is this. So I'm just gonna copy what I did here with the sub bass. And then I'm gonna make a 2 octave layer on this. And what I'm gonna do is now I'm gonna route these to one mixer track each so I can process each one individually and then route them all into a master chord bus. So I know I want this one a bit quieter, so I'm just gonna turn on the mix on this. And I really like this one, but I don't want the sub on it. So I'm just gonna take an EQ and start cleaning up the things that I think are the most urgent. I'm gonna, by pressing Control Shift, route these to the chord stack. And this is gonna be the very important stack because this is the stack that's gonna be processed to make it sound very good. I want this one to be a little. So now that we have our chord stack, I'm gonna load this EQ because I have here a preset called Super Sauce. I'm just gonna load up this preset which I really like, which has these points here. So if you guys want to copy what I did, I did this. It's a very old preset, but it sounds very good. Now it's a bit quiet, so I'm just gonna take a compressor and I'm gonna saturate it so it sounds a bit more loud. So I'm just gonna use my preferred compressor saturator, which is Maximus. I'm gonna load, you know what, I'm not gonna load the preset, I'm gonna make it here for you guys. So what I do is I drag this point up here. I turn off the multi-band compression just to have the master compression, and then I take this and take it down one knob. Okay, so now that we adjusted here, what I like to do is I like to start raise up the gain here. Try not to pass 9 decibels. I think 9 decibels is as loud as I like to go. So now I want to take the sub bass, maybe add a tiny bit of OTT. Take an EQ and create a notch to notch around this frequency area. And maybe take out the high end also. Or maybe take off the high end in a separate EQ, because I like to saturate it a bit, but using some saturating. One last thing I like to do is I like to take a square. Say for example, I'm gonna load up Massive here to use as an example. I'm just gonna load here. And I just take what the chord is playing and drag it into. And we can also route this into the main chord stack. So I'm just gonna route this to the chord stack. Sounds a bit dry, so what I can do to make it a bit more wet is to add some delay. Maybe just a little bit, not too much. Some reverb as well can work very nicely. So I would like to cut off the low end of the reverb so it just has a more wet high end. And I like to reduce the size so it's a bit more, I don't know, I like that style. And now we can play each individual part. And there we have it, a simple chord stack. Anyways, this was a simple chord stack tutorial. Hope you guys found it useful. Hope you guys learned something new. Anyways, as always, thanks for watching, and until next time.